Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Kanak. It's just to give you a heads up that we will be, starting our weekly videos in anticipation of the corporate tax that will be implemented in the UAE as of June 2023.
Are you a small business with turnover up to 3 million dirhams in the UAE? Then here is the good news for you. Small businesses with turnover up to 3 million dirhams is no more liable to comply with the corporate tax, which will be applicable from June 2023. Yes, you heard it right. Ministry of Finance has issued a decision in 2023 stating that a small businesses with turnover up to 3 million dirhams is no more liable to comply with the corporate tax. CA Karishma Suvarnakar, Manager of Tax and Accounts at Amai Capital Services, is here to explain you the decision released by the Ministry of Finance in 2023 stating about a small business relief. Now, what is small business relief? Small business relief is intended to support the startups and other small and micro SMEs which are there in the country by reducing the unnecessary compliance and other costs which will be applicable to them under the corporate tax provision. There are many businesses in the country which are micro SMEs and hence to promote and to shield those businesses, this small business relief has been intended. The Ministry decision on the small business relief has specified the revenue threshold, the applicability, the non-applicability and conditions to apply for the small business relief through the salient features of this Ministry decisions by elucidating the same. Coming on to the very first and important topic, applicability. Which businesses will fall under the small business relief? So, let me tell you, any resident taxable person with a revenue up to 3 million dirhams in the relevant tax period as well as in the previous tax periods will be eligible for the small business relief. It means if in any of the previous tax periods or the relevant tax periods the revenue exceeds 3 million dirhams, then the small business relief will no longer be applicable to those business, and in any of the year in which it breaches or the revenue of the company exceeds 3 million dirhams, then it has to comply with the corporate tax provisions and all the laws and regulations will be applicable to that business. Let me explain you with the help of example. Suppose, say the relevant tax period for you is Jan to December 2024 and you are running business say since 2022. So, from 2022 till 2024, your business revenue hasn't exceeded 3 million dirhams, then you will be eligible for corporate tax small business relief in the year 2024. However, if in the year 2025 your revenue has exceeded 3 million dirhams, then the small business relief will no longer be applicable to you from the year 2025. The criteria for the small business relief is the revenue earned by the business. Now, what is the revenue? The ministry decision has very clearly specified that the revenue for the businesses to avail the small business relief will be calculated as per the applicable accounting standards which are accepted in the UAE. So far as the acceptable accounting standards in the UAE is the IFRS. Now, you might be under impression that the small business relief will be applicable for an unlimited duration of time. Let me hold on to that thought. I would say no. The small business relief will be applicable only up to 31st December 2026. The relief of 3 million dirhams revenue generated by the businesses will start applying for all the financial years starting from 1st June 2023, but it will continue to apply only till on or before 31st December 2026. It means the small business relief will not be applicable after 31st December 2026. This is what we understand as on date, as there is no clarification with respect to small business relief will be extended after 31st December 2026 or not. But yes, as of now, 31st December 2026 is the last date to be applying for the small business relief. Coming on to another important aspect, non-applicability. Earlier, I specified that who will be eligible for the small business relief. Now, I will be explaining who will not be eligible for the small business relief. Very first, any qualifying free zone person which is defined as per the corporate tax law will not be eligible for the small business relief. Now, what is a qualifying free zone person has not yet been defined by the ministry decisions, but we expect it soon to be clarified with the help of a decision and the regulations which are still awaited. Secondly, any member of the multinational group will not be eligible for the small business relief. Now, what is a mini groups? A mini groups are a group of companies with operations in more than one country and they have a consolidated group revenue of more than 3.15 billion. So if you are a part or a member of such multinational group, then you are not eligible for the small business relief. And also, if you are a qualifying free zone person, then you are not eligible for the small business relief. Let me take you through the another important aspect which is defined for the small business relief. Any tax losses and disallowed net expenditure which has been incurred by the small businesses can be carried forward to the subsequent tax period by the businesses, but only if for those tax periods they have not elected for the small business relief. Let me explain you in a simple language. In respect of any tax period where the small business relief is applicable, any tax losses and any net expenditure which has been incurred by the company will not be allowed to be carried forward to the subsequent tax periods. Coming on to the last and very important topic. As per the decision with regards to the artificial separation of business, the ministerial decision specifies that where the Federal Tax Authority establishes that the taxable person have artificially separated their business or business activity and the total revenue of the entire business or business activity exceeds 3 million dirhams in any tax period, and such persons have elected to apply for the small business relief, this would be considered as an arrangement for a corporate tax advantage regarding the general anti-abuse rules for the corporate tax, and in that case, the authority can make adjustments to the tax liability for the relevant taxable person. Businesses have to be very mindful for this anti-abuse rules which might be applicable to them and can hamper their business activities. I will be back with more videos on the corporate tax, simplifying it for you. Till then, keep smiling and do like, share and subscribe to our channel to never miss any upcoming videos on the corporate tax. Feel free to reach out to us for any tax, compliance, accounting and auditing queries. Details are mentioned in the description. Thank you.